Yo, what's up? Welcome to Wing Motorsports Garage. So on this episode, we're working on the LS 350Z. So I figured I'd give you guys a little update of what I've done. Pretty much kind of how I feel about some parts that I bought, stuff like that. So anyways, start out, here it is. Got it all set in there. I got the engine all wired up. It's just minus, just a couple things like the power steering pump, belt system. I still got to change out this pulley, a couple little things. But what I want to talk about is the ISR mounts, headers, and oil pan. So it's an ISR oil pan teamed up with Canton Racing. So I really like Canton Racing parts. They're baffled. They're really good. I really like them. So anyways, strongly recommend. Sits super flush with the cross member, which is dope. And then you can kind of see the mounts, super simple. Easy to fix if they were to crack, not too bad, but polyurethane mount right there. They sit flush on the cross member. Pretty much put them in there, bolt them up, set it down into the car, and it's ready to party. So that was pretty cool. It was really easy, real simple. The headers went in really nice. They tucked up real well to the frame rail. They're not like hanging down low. On the previous car with the 240, I had the sticky headers, and I don't know why they designed them that way, but they hang down a good 1.5 inches or so too low, like past the frame rails. So then if you LS swap your car, you can't freaking stance it out, or you're going to be rubbing headers everywhere. So it's just kind of stupid. I didn't want to do that on this car. I wanted something that was going to work properly, and I could stance it out, lower it, and actually run a cool looking car for once. So that's it for there. As far as that goes, the mounts. The only thing with the ISR, you can kind of see, so the flanges I swapped out. I cut the old ones off. They're pretty cool if you were to mate them to like a 350Z exhaust system that you already have. But they drop down to like a 2.5, and you can kind of see here. So here's this piece. You can see how it bevels down to a smaller size diameter pipe. I didn't really want to restrict my flow, and I was going to build a custom exhaust anyway, so I chopped them off and went with those. A lot of times, the last few years, I've been going with V-bands, but I wanted to try the 2-bolt flanges this time and see how that works, because I always end up lowering it and then rubbing it through and then messing with the V-bands, and I can't get them off, break them. We've all been there. So this time I'm doing a little different. I'll see how it works out. Worst case scenario, I cut it off and I change it. But so something else we did was the Aeromotive fuel system. Pretty much I went with the 340 LPH fuel pump, and then I did the CJ Motorsports fuel system, return line deal, like I did with the 2JZ 350Z. This time I did that pump, which fit in there a little better than the Walbro setup I had, and then changed a few things. I'm hopefully this will work better than it did last time. I did get the fuel pressure to come up pretty good for the 2J, so I was able to drive it and dyno it and all that stuff, but it wasn't quite up to par, and I'm not sure it was sucking fuel from the other side of the tank. So this time did it a little differently, followed directions as to exactly what they did. They told me to do, so I'm hoping that it works correctly this time. So that being said, redid my fuel lines up here. Didn't like this cheap one. The fuel rail that I bought was pretty nice, but it came with this cross section. So if you end up going with similar ones, I recommend changing this out. This thing is just super flimsy. You can just bend it and just kind of junk. And I don't trust these fittings very much. They're big. They're just kind of whatever, so junk. Anyways, and then I went with the different valve covers. These are the shorter ones. These are the Hollies. That was kind of the only fitment issues I was really having with it, and I had to beat this wall out right here a little bit just to get it to fit. And then I kind of reshaped my coil packs so that they would fit, with the firewall. If you go with the LS3 coil packs off the Camaro SS, they should fit just fine on those, I would think. But then again, I don't have one to set up and try, and I haven't ordered any, so I'm going to run these for now and go from there. So that's pretty much it for now as far as getting the car done. I'm waiting on my drive shaft. once I get the drive shaft, I can do the exhaust system. And once the exhaust system is done, it's basically down to the coolant system and then hook up the wirings to make it start. I mean, it's pretty much there. I have all the pieces for the power steering. I was probably going to tuck that up tomorrow and then try to start on the the coolant system, get that all sorted out and ready to go. And then pretty much just be the wiring. So I got next probably during the week. I'm hoping to have it buttoned up by this weekend or throughout the weekend and possibly drive it. So that's kind of my plan for now as far as storyline goes. So of course, whenever you actually see these, I'll be driving it because I'm not posting these videos till after I'm done with the car. So anyways, hope you guys stay tuned in the next one, and I'll probably have it running and maybe outside, and we'll do a walk around with it like that. So see you until next time.